September 7th, 1191. The air tastes like iron as a Crusader army of 25,000 men marches south along the Mediterranean coast, trapped between the sea and an enemy that refuses to fight on equal terms. Thousands of arrows rain down from every direction, turning the sky itself into a weapon, while the men at the rear of the column, the Hospitallers, warrior monks sworn to protect the faithful, endure the worst of the punishment. Their shields are covered in arrows, their horses are collapsing beneath them, and their wounded are piling up with every passing hour. Again and again they send messengers forward with a single request: let us charge. Yet every time the answer remains the same: no, hold. The man giving that order is Richard the Lionheart, a 33-year-old king and one of the most feared commanders in Christendom. He is watching his army suffer on purpose because he remembers what happened at Hattin 4 years earlier, when a Crusader army lost discipline, charged too soon, and was annihilated. Richard refuses to repeat that disaster, no matter how much pressure his men endure. Only weeks earlier, the city of Acre had fallen after a brutal 2-year siege marked by starvation, disease, and constant fighting. For many Crusaders, Acre was the prize, but for Richard it was only the beginning. His true goal lay farther south, Jerusalem, the holy city that Saladin had recaptured in 1187. Waiting for him was Saladin, the ruler who had united much of the Muslim world and become one of the most respected commanders of his age. Saladin understood exactly how to fight the Crusaders. Rather than meeting them head-on, he chose to wear them down through constant harassment, forcing them to march under a relentless storm of arrows while looking for any sign of weakness or indiscipline. Day after day, Saladin's horse archers attacked. They rode close, fired their arrows, disappeared, and then returned to repeat the process again and again. The Crusaders suffered heavily, but they maintained their formation. Richard organized his army like a moving fortress, with crossbowmen and infantry protecting the flanks, while the heavily armored knights waited patiently for the right moment to strike. Every man knew the order: do not break ranks, do not chase the enemy, do not charge. Then came September 7th and the open plain near Arsuf. It was perfect ground for battle, and Saladin knew it. Determined to break the Crusader army once and for all, he intensified the attacks. Thousands of horse archers descended on the column. Arrows filled the air. Men fell. Horses screamed in pain. The Hospitallers at the rear suffered the most as the pressure became almost unbearable. Still, Richard refused to attack. His answer never changed: hold. Hours passed. The rear guard began to collapse under the weight of constant attacks. The Hospitallers begged once more for permission to charge, but Richard again refused. At that moment, something finally snapped. According to the chronicles, a Hospitaller marshal could endure no more. Neither could the men around him. 2 knights suddenly spurred their horses forward and charged directly into the enemy. Others followed immediately, and within seconds the entire Hospitaller rear guard surged out of formation, with lowered lances and battle cries echoing across the battlefield. For a brief moment, it looked like disaster. This was exactly the kind of uncontrolled attack Richard had feared, the same kind of mistake that had led to catastrophe at Hattin. But something unexpected happened. The Muslim horse archers had ridden too close to the Crusader line and were caught off guard by the sudden assault of heavily armored knights. Their formations broke, and the pressure on the rear guard disappeared almost instantly. Richard recognized the opportunity immediately. Trumpets sounded across the battlefield, and the entire Crusader army surged forward. The Templars charged from the front, French knights advanced from the center, and hundreds of armored horsemen thundered across the plain in a coordinated assault. The impact was devastating. Saladin's lines staggered under the weight of the attack. Units broke apart, counterattacks failed, and momentum shifted rapidly in favor of the Crusaders. Wave after wave of cavalry struck the enemy until Saladin was finally forced to order a retreat. The Battle of Arsuf was over. It was not the destruction of Saladin's army, nor did it end the war, but it was one of the most important victories of the Third Crusade. For the first time since Hattin, a Crusader army had faced Saladin in open battle and emerged victorious. Yet the true lesson of Arsuf was not the charge itself. It was the discipline that came before it, the patience to endure suffering, and the determination to hold formation when every instinct demanded action. The famous charge succeeded not simply because the Crusaders attacked, but because Richard waited until the perfect moment to unleash the full power of his army. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more epic battles, legendary commanders, and forgotten moments that changed history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Epic Origins History, and turn on notifications. Because the greatest stories in history are not myths or legends. They are the real events that shaped our world.